Comedy Simp, the podcast you can't resist. Stephen Michael Jackson.
Sustainable, but now it really is like, all right, we always have a couple of pre-sales.
I don't even know if I was recording the first few minutes, but we're good.
Okay, well,
We're recording now.
we are recording.
We already
now.
got the, we're going to have to, like, the first 5 or 10 minutes is going to be phone audio, but
Beautiful.
we are actually recording now.
Beautiful. You know what? I love technology.
Yeah.
But back
We,
to
I
back
thought
to,
we worked out all the bugs in this, but
Yeah.
Well-
back to just briefly mentioning the people that were on the Tapped Out show were all awesome, and it was great that so many of these people were able, that either former Tapped Out or a part of that show were all a part of your emo. It's
Yeah.
a funny show. And
Yeah.
go ahead, like, let's take everybody back through your moments of panic that you were sharing with me in the weeks before the show,
Yeah.
where you're like, Nick, I don't know.
Yeah.
I put all this work. I've done all this promo. It all is awesome. I have a great theme. I'm kicking ass. But
I would like to, hold on. I just would like to change the clock format on this thing because I never know how long this thing is going. There we go. Look at that. 1 minute. There. Perfect.
1 minute.
We did it. We did it. Hold on. I just want to. Just curious. Just curious. Okay. We're fine, guys.
we're good.
We're fine. So we have 8 minutes of phone audio, and we're going to have the rest of it. Look at this guy. Peter Artman's here.
great.
We got Casey Judson here.
You want to crash a guy joint?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you got some sunglasses?
Get up in this.
All right. All right. Peter Artman, what's up, man?
As I say at every good orgy, the more the better.
All right. There's a turn the switch on. Let me see if check it. Check.
Splash.
Hello.
Splash.
mine wasn't on.
Piotr.
Hi, it's been
That's
off
a
the whole
great
time.
thing to
Still
say.
alive. I'm still alive.
Casey is
Casey.
here.
Casey.
Wow.
Washington's Norm Macdonald.
Yes. Wow. So what's up? So we were just talking about how I forgot to hit the recorder for the first 8 minutes. So we're gonna have 8 minutes of phone audio, and then
we go.
and then the actual beautiful sound of our full voices from the
You gotta
rest.
learn
Yeah.
that way.
The rest of the podcast. I know. Well, Quinn. My episode with Quinn was perfect. The one that I did with Mel, I think like the first 30 minutes got jacked up. I think the episode I did with before whoever I did before Quinn, that one also got messed up. Like Jason, and that was the one with Jason and Chloe and Joey and.
Of course, the highlights. It's like the most amazing things happen.
Yeah.
You talk about the answer to life, but it got deleted.
Yeah.
It happens.
Well, it's a learning experience, and at least now I know that there is an on and off switch on this microphone.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you really
So-
just discover that?
Yeah.
I really did, and
So
and
that
also you're gonna want to hold that mic
Really
right there.
close.
Yeah,
Jason
don't be
McBride style?
afraid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason McBride on the chin.
Just be careful. The one thing about this stupid recorder is if it like has a loud, like if you drop the mic and it hits the table, it will like shut off. So,
Oh, gotcha.
so just you could talk. Just try not to scream or be.
Yeah.
Don't be like JoJo.
Say
and
it.
just
I was gonna
like,
say, yeah.
No, throwing
man.
throwing elbows and
We're just throwing
bombs and shit
accusations
like
out
that.
there, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that sounds in character of JoJo.
Yeah.
So I mean, it seems like it's all, it's
So
suiting.
Peter Artman.
Yo,
Peter,
what's
Peter, where
up?
are you from, man? Are you from Tacoma or
Man, I am from the shitty streets of Covington, Washington.
Covington? Oh,
Born and raised in Covington, Washington. It's
Ooh.
now a terrible place with big chain restaurants and gridlock traffic.
Oh,
It's a terrible place, overpriced.
but you're an OG.
OG, but
Covington.
now I'm in
OG.
Renton. I'm repping Renton.
Yes. Oh, okay.
And,
All right,
yeah, so
Renton.
little redeeming, I think. Who knows?
So
But yeah, man.
we were just right when you guys got here. We were talking about this show. I just put on this show here on Saturday. First show I ever put on. So we're gonna recap.
Yeah.
I never, first time ever wanted to do something like this. So I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. I create the Eventbrite, ask all the comics if they're available. I get the date set up, do the posters, and literally like a month and a half goes by. No tickets are sold. But,
The comic
still,
struggle.
It's a long time away, right? We're mid-August. What are we? End of September is when the show's going to be. And then we get to about 2 weeks before. Still no tickets sold. I make a video, like a promotional video.
Very good video.
Oh,
That
thank
was
you.
very
Thanks,
cool.
man. I appreciate it.
It was worth it.
More, promos, whatever. I didn't spend any money on advertising. Like, I didn't do any paid Facebook ads or anything like that. All I did was like post to my story, post on Instagram, Facebook, share to the different groups, the Seattle Facebook groups, put it on the Stranger website, all that good stuff.
Okay, yeah, you put in the effort.
And then, like a couple days before, I'd say like a week and a half before, we sold about 2 tickets.
And what did I tell you?
Eh,
What did I tell you then? And even before?
What's the lesson?
I don't know, man. What did you tell me?
I was telling you every single time, dude, just relax. Nobody buys pre-sale tickets. You've
Yeah.
put in the work. You've
Yeah.
done the work. You're going to see that last week, a bunch of the bozos that have been watching it the whole time, thinking about buying a ticket, they're finally going to commit to it. They're going to know they don't have anything better to do than go to our show. I told you the entire time. And every single week it felt like, man, I got one text. I remember one time you weren't just down on the show, you were down on your own comedy. And that's when I was like, dude,
Wow.
you need to quit looking at Eventbrite.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, we'll talk about Eventbrite too, because there's some good things about them. But so Courtney comes to the open mic. It's about a week and a half before the show. Courtney's on the show. First time she's ever been to the open mic. And we're talking, and she's like, this is my friend. My friend, I was like, oh, hey, we sold 2 tickets. And she's like, oh, I bought them. It was her friend. Her friend bought the 2 tickets. I was like, oh, thanks for buying the tickets.
Yeah.
Awesome. And a couple days, and then, like, we get a couple more. I don't know who any of the people are, but we get some. And then, like, 3 or 4 days before, we start getting more. And then we're sold, like, the day of, we're up to, like, 19 tickets.
Okay.
And I was like, and these are $15 tickets.
Yeah,
you know?
this is a redemption story right here. I like it.
Yeah, and then we had people that showed up who wanted to just pay at the door. So we had a couple people paid cash. We had a couple people that scanned the QR code for Cash App, Venmo, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we had a couple more people that they came in because they wanted to just come to the bar. And they were
Yeah.
like, oh, there's an event going on. And I was like, hey, guys, if you want to stay, I'll take some money off the tickets, I'll charge you like $10 instead of 15. And they're like, oh, thanks. And so they bought tickets too. And so, yeah, like it ended up being a pretty solid room.
Yep. And another reason it was so enticing, because you did have the fantastic gift bags. That's a real perk. You don't get to
You
walk
had
away
gift
from a
bags?
comedy show with gift bags,
boy,
right?
boy,
No.
yes.
Yeah, it's
so
great.
Ever.
This was so I had some grand ideas. They didn't end up being as grand as I thought they would be, but I had this thing that I bought that I've been wanting to buy for a while, because I want to have some sort of a portable thing that I can have a backdrop for, like,
Yeah.
so if I want to do the podcast or like for the stage, our stage is fine, but if there's sports memorabilia behind it, and it would be
Yeah.
cool to just kind of make it look more like a comedy stage.
Yeah, a little ambiance that
You know.
can distract. So you have one little banner. It's
Yeah,
official.
exactly.
It's very official.
So I got some balloons, and the gift bag. I don't know why I had this idea, but I just was like, this would be kind of a fun thing to do. We had these gift bags, and we had stickers that some of them were like emo themed stickers that we got off of Amazon, and then some of them actually were stickers with the logo of the event, because I made a logo for it. And I don't know, it's just kind of a little bit different. I just tried to think about something that was different than your regular comedy show, and because it was also karaoke.
Yeah.
And I was just really just nervous about even trying to get the whole thing together. The fucking balloons kept falling off throughout the
Yeah,
whole
I
night.
was
little
when
things.
you were just fucking around with the balloons, I was sitting there like, I hope this pans out. I hope this is worth.
It's the little things you're gonna go after like that, where you're just like, do people like the gift bags? Does
And
the
dude,
balloons?
and as a
Are they afraid
producer,
of them?
I've done that shit though with such little meaningless things. But at least the gift bags were awesome. I hate to tell you though, I didn't know those were stickers. I thought that was a condom. No wonder she's pregnant.
Oh,
There we go.
yeah.
Yeah, you were like, how does it only get to the end, dude? I got a big ass dick.
Well, lucky you, buddy.
Why did the condom
Oh,
say
tuna
it's
can
not
over
a
here.
phase on it?
Yeah.
So, and then the show, I started out, it didn't have my best set, and the whole thing was I didn't really rehearse my material. I was just so worried about getting the whole event
You're the
together.
host, though. It's a
Yeah.
different gig.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was thinking going into it.
Yeah.
I didn't even do a full 10 minutes. I did like 8.5. But I was happy. Brought this guy out. He did his set. He had some really great laughs, especially when you do the hot tub thing.
Yeah, I only put that into that set for you because I know you love that joke.
Oh, well, they love the hot tub stuff.
I heard you laughing when I heard the recording. Everybody else is this fucking guy.
Oh, I had a different experience than everybody else.
You had 50s Steve and Michael James. You would have had a standing ovation, just loud laughs.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I plead the fifth on the whole hot tub thing.
Hey, man. Once you go bubbly, you never. I don't know.
I was like, dude, I'm interested. Whatever you rhyme with bubbly, you're about to be a rapper at that point.
Once
can
you go
rap that.
jet, you might turn blue. I don't know.
Nah, no, that's a tough one. That's taking for gold right there.
So
That's actually the whitest part of that.
Yeah.
And we started this at a point doing Shannon Sharp and Cat.
oh
Williams,
yeah.
so-
That's right.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, thankfully my microphone was
Shout
off.
out
So
to-
he's the racist
Do you
one.
guys think
Documented.
do you think that was staged or was it real?
What do you mean stage?
What was
Like
stage?
the Shannon Sharp Instagram Live. Do you think?
Oh,
do you think
okay.
he really did that on
Well, you know,
accident?
Unc did not know how to turn that off in the first place or on. Like, I don't think
He didn't know how to turn it off, but at the same time, I remember this one girl, like, she kind of begrudgingly sent me some screenshots because I was making memes at the time. I had a dating advice page.
Yeah.
And she sent me like 2 memes that I made, and I'm just like, and she goes, "Oh, I meant to send it to my friend," and at first I was like, "Oh, that's weird," but then I went, wait, how do you grab those pictures, send them there, and then go to my name and hit send? It's just like with Instagram Live. It's like, how do you go Instagram Live? Like, there's a few options you got to do to get to Instagram Live. It's that sort of thing.
I'm telling you, if
it's
you're
it's lucky the fact that would happen by pocket.
I'm not saying this from firsthand experience, but when you're dragging around a big ass dick like Unc probably was, that thing can pocket dial
It does.
occasionally for you, right?
that
So
might be the
I
exception.
mean, everybody has a butt dial, but we all know who was dialing the phone. For
No
Shannon
one's got
Sharp.
a dick dial. Unc's got the dick dial.
Yeah.
We heard the response. It was definitely a dick dial.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that might just shatter that.
And speaking of dick dials, let's talk about JoJo real quick.
Whoa, we got dirt like that.
Holy cow!
That might be the best transition I've ever heard at the Whiskey Mile.
Yes, there's been quite a few transitions here. Not always the best, but there are transitions. Some people are still transitioning as we speak. Yeah.
Please cancel us now. It's right here.
So
Yes,
JoJo,
isolate that.
I mean, everybody tells me like, "Oh man, JoJo's set was amazing." Like the guy that came from my job, from my work, was like, "Who is that guy?" And I was like, "You mean that they?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "JoJo," and like, "Oh yeah, they were so funny." And like, I was like, I don't know, man. When JoJo dropped the N-bomb, I was like, this is not funny, but this is funny. Like
No, you were jealous.
I was.
It's just like,
It's one of my favorite things about black comedy. I mean, this is
you're
I
envy.
know. When your Cat Williams impression said it all but that.
Yeah.
This cracker right
But
here.
and it's just the combination, like JoJo's, like I was thinking about their set a lot, and I was like, this is just a wrestling promo. I was like, this is just.
I loved it.
And I was like, man, I don't want to rip off JoJo, but like I'm gonna start doing some wrestling promos, because
We've talked about doing a wrestling podcast, and it would probably have
every time we're together, we're like, we're gonna do a wrestling podcast.
It would probably have more to say than we
If
usually
you
have.
guys if you guys are into it, how are you not already doing that?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you are. My friends actually, they've been slowly getting me into it. I've been watching on Discord, and I was like, I haven't watched it in decades. I'm a UFC head.
Yeah.
I know. I do sports
Nice.
betting with it. I'm all in. I used to train all that.
Now they're
But-
owned by TKO.
Right. So what if I say the words "the California Kid"? What does that mean?
Uriah Faber. Easy.
right,
you can
buddy.
keep going. I'll
Right.
probably do
Well,
more.
I'm just from Sacramento. That's the only reason I know.
WEC.
He's like fighting. I don't know
Team
about
Alpha.
that.
We're Team Alpha Male, baby.
Yeah, right.
Look at us.
Luckily, they actually have good fighters, or else that'd be the douchiest fight camp ever.
Yeah.
Like Team Alpha Male, and they're just like 0 for 12. But they actually had good fighters. But
We're
but
Team
I just
Seattle comedy over here.
I didn't see wrestling in
Yeah.
over 20 years. And just recently, my friend was like, "Hey man, we're streaming it. Just watch some of it." It was like the Summer Slam or whatever.
Okay.
And I was ready to
Yeah.
just to knock it, start trashing it, and then I actually started being like, "What's gonna happen next?" Like I actually
yeah.
started
Yeah.
getting into
Yeah.
it, and I was like, "Okay, like it's fake," but sorry to break, but like it was something that you actually go, I kind of get it. You kind of
Oh,
get
dude,
the part
yeah.
where the characters and everything what
And
they
doing
say,
a
the
promo,
narrative.
doing a promo to that many people is
Yeah.
I've learned a lot in terms of comedic delivery in terms
Yeah.
of that.
Like LA Knight, like
Yeah.
that
Oh.
guy is like the biggest tool, but he's so hilarious. Where it's like, I mean, I can't get over it. Where his slogan is, "Yeah." It's just
Yeah.
You think like they were in a boardroom of like writers being like, "What are we gonna do with him?" I don't know. No. How about yeah? Yeah. Like it's just
he tries it out a couple times, like, yeah.
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 all right. He goes, "We got a hit."
Well, that's no different than damn.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It's like, or my favorite, you're fired.
Oh yeah.
Or the one
Oh.
that WWE has trademarked this and won't let Brian Danielson, whatever you want to call him,
Yeah.
take back. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Like, how do you own that?
Yeah. I know, right?
They
Yeah.
own the patent to it.
Also,
That's
Daniel
what I mean.
Bryan is from Aberdeen, Washington.
A
which
Washingtonian.
Shout out.
Winding down
Oh.
the career right now is the AEW World Champion for you non-marks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I haven't watched didn't they just celebrate their 5-year anniversary?
It was this actually yesterday, and I have not watched it yet, but I know it sucked.
Yeah, I mean, wrestling, I just go off and on with it. Like, I used to love it a lot when I was a kid, and then I won't watch it. But, like, watching it live is just 10 times better. It's like comedy,
It can be, dude.
Yeah.
I thought that, and then you've heard some of the bit I did on this, but
Yeah.
I saw my first cage match when SmackDown was here in Seattle a couple weeks ago, and a cage match is not as cool as it seems on TV.
Yeah.
You think you've got a guy one-on-one, mano-a-mano, him, the other guy, and the referee. And then when you're there live and you see the camera guy and the guy who has to feed the camera guy his line out there in the cage with him, and you see him like getting in and out of the ring at all the different angles, kind of start thinking it might be fake.
Yeah.
And
Started to ruin the dream for you. That cage
it's
match.
still real to me, damn it.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, I actually have a preference for type of cage that I like to see.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like the chain link fence. Like I like the old cage. Remember the blue one?
I think this was
big
the
bars.
blue one.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, this was the steel
Yeah.
cage. It wasn't Hell in the Cell.
When they would actually
But-
climb to the top and jump off.
Oh,
you
that-
know,
well,
that
I think I was watching back then too.
Yeah.
So they went for a while with a red Hell in the Cell cage, which I think they got rid of. But I believe the blue cage is still the like climb over and you escape cage. But yeah, we got to see a crossbody off the top of the cage. That was fucking cool.
Yeah.
But you still see the camera guy in there, and
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
how does he know exactly to be pointed right
How
here?
is he
Oh my
panning?
god,
Dude.
How is he painting over there?
How does he know?
I used to believe like what was happening. So when I was a kid, like. Remember when they would knock out the referee or they would knock out the cameraman like that?
Yeah.
It was so real. Like, oh my God, what are they gonna do?
I hope he's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Dude,
Who's gonna count the count?
Yeah.
What's gonna
Who
happen?
doesn't?
Oh,
I could-
somebody's gonna come fuck with somebody.
I could recall. I used to watch WCW when I was a kid. WCW. Yeah.
Sports.
Somebody just put the smackdown on
Dude.
somebody over there.
Dude, if only.
Somebody really loves WCW. Okay.
Yes, that's what it is.
So it was like 1996. So I don't know. I was probably 11 years old. And there was this episode where at the very end of the show, there was a match and the NWO comes out and they interrupt the match. And the rest of Nitro was just them backstage terrorizing people. throwing Rey Mysterio into the trailer.
Oh yeah, when Kevin Nash lawn darted him into the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's legendary.
And then they get into this limo and they start to drive off, and the Macho Man runs out and jumps on top of the limo, drives out of the scene. And I was just like hooked for the next week. Just me and my friends just talking about like, oh my, what happened to the Macho Man? You know, like.
See, dude, I tell people all the time, like the modern reality TV cut where they end it with something that's such a cliffhanger that you're like, it's literally not even finishing the episode. They learned that shit from wrestling first.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Remember when they tried to play off like Vince McMahon had fucking died? And then 2 weeks later, the Benoit shit happened.
Oh, shit.
And they're like, yeah,
He's-
about that. Guys, this
It's
is
just a game.
yeah. Like, actually, Vince McMahon's okay, guys, and he should have died, actually, right then, probably. That whole scenario was when I fell out from wrestling and then only got back into it like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember last year, this day, I was at AEW Wrestle Dream, and only because you could get 4 seats, I was right on the railing for $30 at Climate Pledge Arena.
Wow.
They couldn't even sell enough tickets this year to get.
Is that a deal? I'm not sure.
That's cheaper than
30
dude. That's
like-
cheaper than Disney on Ice.
Like, you can't. I mean, a WNBA game, you couldn't get close to the floor at Climate Pledge Arena for $30, could you?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
It's like sometimes they're free.
And, well,
$30 and a box of tampons.
if you wanted a free ticket to
Ayo.
Wrestle Dream, if you wanted a free ticket to Wrestle Dream, you could have got it. Tony Khan would have given it to you.
Yeah.
But now they're going down to the Tacoma Dome next Saturday.
Wow.
And I was looking at they're trying to charge like floor seats for like in the hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there like laughing like, dude, somebody's going to get real lucky and just get one of those $30, $35 floor seats.
Yeah.
The last minute ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sell them off.
It's just crazy.
So back to the show.
Yeah. Wrestling detour.
Courtney did her set. Courtney was great.
That was where we left off. That's
Yeah.
so great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Courtney was awesome. For whatever reason, people didn't like her swallowing joke, which, I mean, what can you say? I mean,
What are you going to say? Please
Yeah.
don't leave us hanging.
Yeah, wait, you were
I don't know. What can you say?
I'm-
You just take that, whatever you can interpret that as, just use it as your own
No,
guideline.
my favorite part was I laughed way too hard at, I believe, a PDF file joke, and then she made a comment about me.
Oh
That
yeah,
got a
that's
great
right.
tag.
Oh yeah,
I was
everybody
like,
sorry, Nick, calling you a yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
yeah. I said
We're not
PDF
even.
file.
We're not even
so
gonna say that.
YouTube
We
is gonna
don't.
be
We
cool.
don't need the AI to recognize this.
No.
Okay.
No.
We don't need the AI to single out Nick here.
Real ones. No.
Unless we're talking about Nick Cody, the Australian, then yes. And then Jordan comes on. Jordan, I don't know if you know Jordan. Oh yeah. He's the one who recommended you for this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Saw Flight Path,
he
yeah.
met him at Flight Path, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So Jordan starts out rough, but then he gets the crowd on his side. Like he is kind of a slow build up, and then he finished out strong, and then Keon, does his normal stuff. And then the best part about Keon's set is this guy walks in, starts watching the comedy, turns around and walks out in the middle of his set. And it was like
Keon's so high energy.
Oh,
too.
yeah,
Like,
exactly,
If
yeah.
you're really tired, I mean, even if I want to go to a comedy show, like you catch Keon in just like the most active of moments, I'd be like, dude, I am about to pass out. Like I can't do this. I mean, shout out to Keon. Keon's my homie.
Yeah.
He knows that. But yeah, I love Keon. He's hella funny.
Oh, yeah.
So
He's a savage.
either way, man, that everybody did great. We had karaoke afterwards. My wife was here. She drank so much alcohol. It was insane. Like, she told me she doesn't drink at all.
Mm-hmm.
You're sober, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So listen to this. She doesn't ever drink.
I'm in it.
She had like 5 or 6 Coronas and like 4 shots of something. Probably like fucking tequila. And
Yeah.
she held it. She didn't throw up at all, but the next day she was not feeling good.
She probably should have.
Yeah.
It's one of those times
Yeah,
where it's like,
yeah.
actually, you probably should get that out.
Yeah.
I only had 1 shot before I went on stage, and then afterwards I was like, before karaoke, I'm going to get some in, and had a couple IPAs. But, dude, 4 shots, even I would have been like,
yeah.
no.
Shots are rough.
How much can you
man.
drink?
Oh, dude, unfortunately, like Andre the Giant levels.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you're Shane Gillis built. Like you seem
Yeah.
like you could be like, oh yeah, an 18 rack.
Dude, Shane Gillis
The
looks
Shane
like
Gillis
a peanut
of Brush
next to
Prairie,
me.
people.
Yeah.
Shane Gillis, dude. I don't know.
Gill.
You guys,
Gilly boy.
He dropped out of Navy football.
I don't know. I don't know his story.
And
of
just if you lined us up right now, dude, we don't even look like the same human being. Like he. I mean, I'm sure he
You
can
have
drink a
similar
lot
past.
of Coors Light, but as soon as we get to pounding the space dust, he's out. He's done.
yeah.
How many space dust can you put down?
Oh, dude, I've easily put away a 24-pack before, and I honestly like
God.
Just Chill probably has my record somewhere on the walls in there. Just Chill Pub and Grill in Linwood, for those of Linwood's finest, as everyone
You know what's
there
cool
knows.
is this bar he's talking about. It's called Just Chill. It's literally in the parking lot as Dairy Queen, which says
Yeah.
Grill and Chill on the
Yeah.
side, so you can't miss it.
Yeah, marketing, dude, marketing. But and they're awesome at promoting shows. I would, if they had the right structure, I would love to do a show there, and we've been talking about it. But the way they set up karaoke is like there's no stage, and you're right there next to the door in between the bar, so it's not ideal. But
No, can't do
man,
it.
they're at least so good about promoting all the tapped out shows, and we're letting us put up and post flyers for the Emo's Not Funny
Wow,
show too.
nice.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, a lot of
Just
supporters
Chill.
out
Yeah.
there.
I just found out the Southgate roller rink, Mike, is no more.
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
moment.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Shout out
hiatus.
to Jack Slattery. I invited him to come feature here, but he's like, I'm busy. So I don't know. And then Jay Marks was going to feature here, but then at the last minute, he's like, I got into the international comedy, whatever that is, Seattle International Comedy.
yeah.
So
Sick.
he's like, good for
Sick.
me, but not good for you. I was like, hey, no, it's all good, man. I mean, it's interesting. Are you doing the comedy voice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you done it already, or?
No, I'm the 8th.
Yeah.
on
Okay.
the-
So, good luck to you for first.
Yeah. Thank you.
There's like multiple comedy competitions going on right now.
Yeah.
There is what I feel like what I call us the lower tier comics doing the Tacoma one, and then there's the international one where it's like, you know, all the people that are already headlining.
Yeah,
and they're getting
handpicked
in.
type of ones, yeah.
And that interesting. You not in any competitions. What do you think about this
Jesus.
whole thing, Nick?
Absolutely.
What do you think of from an outsider's perspective?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I'm actually happy. I was gonna say he was leaving out a demographic here, the people that are too competitive to give too many fucks. Yeah, I'm not trying to go, especially because I'm the kind of person that if I get
just
into a
checking that, too.
competition, I'm gonna try and rewrite like a whole bunch of my set on the front end.
If Nick
for
gets in a
everybody
comedy
around there.
competition, he's just going to tackle everybody.
Well,
There we go.
unfortunately, yeah, it is like there is that inner voice that's just like it's a little bit of the asshole in me that's like, all right, go up and roast everybody that you just heard that just made your eyes roll, and then that doesn't actually turn out to either be that funny or that like supportive in comedy. It turns out,
Yeah.
So
it just like turns malicious, and it's
It
just,
does.
Yeah, like if they don't know you, if
Yeah.
they're just seeing you the first time, trying to judge your comedy, they're like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I usually try and not do it with people that I don't know unless they deserve it.
there you go.
So we were talking about Shanghai earlier.
Great
Shanghai
transition.
room. Peter, you've been to Shanghai a few times, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah.
Nick is a regular host at the Shanghai on Saturdays, but he was there last night on Wednesday. So, Nick, give us the rundown. How has the Wednesdays been?
Is there?
Wednesdays, dude, I got to host one Wednesday. It's tough. It's a tough gig, and, you know, it's not paid. So
Yeah.
whoever we can get to do it, you know, it's a challenge. It's a great opportunity, though. The first night I hosted, Scott Coburn, another guest I believe
Yeah.
you've had on the show.
Oh, yeah.
He held my feet to the fire and made us keep going the entire 2 hours from 7 to 9. And so comics were just going back up with, instead of, to discourage them, I tried to limit it to 4 minutes of material instead of 5. But as we all know, there's some people in this community, you give them a light and they don't give a
Oh,
So
shit.
yeah.
wait, you were saying comics went up twice, 3 times?
3 times
Oh, my
for
gosh.
some people.
I mean,
And,
if you're trying to get more time, that's a great day
Yep.
to be
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there.
Yep. Well,
Great, cool. I got more stuff to work on.
I got out of there as early as possible last night. It was again, sometimes when it's all just comics, it can be okay, but there's just sometimes where you're like, all right, my set just bombed. I'm gonna just get the hell out of here instead of like looking at my notebook. Like that's even worse, just sitting there and being silent. So
What else? What else? What else did I want to talk about?
Yeah.
What else?
But peace of mind was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peace. Oh, you went to both. You hit
Yep.
both? Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Yep.
It's been a long time since I was able to do 2 mics in a night. You know, most recently when I go to like club comedy on Tuesdays, they'll put me like towards the end. And if I'm Tacoma, I don't know. It just seems like a lot of effort to
Tony V's, you've been an all-star starter I've been seeing recently.
Oh, man. Yes. Thank you.
Big props from Adam Tiller.
A-Till, 55.
You got a feature coming
my
up,
homie,
don't you?
Yeah, I asked Quinn for that feature, actually.
That's
Just-
not what you say on your
Yeah.
podcast. You say,
No.
They
actually,
asked
Stephen
you.
Michael James was asked to feature.
We're
Yes.
lifting the curtain here, people. All right. Quinn's going to feature here, actually, in November. So shout out.
There you go.
Fitzgerald.
We're just showing how
Quid
all the
pro
sausage
quo.
Yeah.
was made.
How you been, man? What's been going on? You've been doing a lot of shows.
Yeah. Actually, just hosted at Comedy Bar. Did a weekend show there.
Oh, yeah. Who is it?
That was good.
Closer to your mouth?
Yeah.
Who are you hosting for?
His name is Gus Constantelis.
All right.
I didn't know who he was. He's a Greek comic. He's
Greek?
touring
Take
around the
that,
world.
Giannis.
There we go. Haha. Yeah.
Anyways.
Taking his spot. Yeah. No, it's been good though. I mean, it was cool because I did their Wednesday show. Their host didn't show up.
Yeah.
I filled in last minute, and then they're like, "Hey, you did really good. You want to host the weekend?" I was like, "Why would I say no to that?" Of course. Yeah. So did that. It was really good. The first show on Saturday was terrible. It was about 80% Greek women, and I
Ooh.
talk about eating ass, and so
Oh.
the equation for that
Should
does
have
not fly.
changed the ass to feta.
I know. Fed
Then you
ass.
got a Greek
Two
salad
together.
tossing.
Yeah,
huh?
there you
I
go.
know, yeah.
Little Kalamata. Oh.
Not Mediterranean, no.
Yeah.
But yeah. Otherwise, just kind of, I don't know. Yeah, I've been having a lot of last minute stuff happening. Like I've just been I'll show up some places just to support, and you realize is just a lot of comics are flaky. So if you really take advantage of that, you can get spots.
Yeah.
I'll nick spots. It's been so blessing.
yeah.
Oh my God, I'm touring now.
There you go.
But yeah, no, it's been good. Just comedy grinding and put in the work.
Well, if you had to pick, well, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm going to do it anyways. If you had to pick the judge that wanted to pick you for a comedy voice, who would it be?
Who are the judges again?
We have Jess Everett, we have Richie Armani, and we have Sherry Hardman.
I don't know Richie Armani as well, so I've got to take him out. Man, Sherry or Jess, I like them both. I don't know what factor could sway me one way or the other. I don't know. Actually, I feel like
Jess's team
I
is a
feel
lot
like-
more full, I could tell you that.
I feel like Sherry would be more of a coach
Yeah.
than Jess would. And, that's no insult, obviously, to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so I guess after consideration, I'd go Sherry. She seems like she
Nice,
would
nice.
actually critique a material and be like, you do this, that, and the other, where Jess is funny. Of course, he's really funny.
Yeah.
And so is Richie. But I feel like, it's my
Hey,
answer.
well, I mean, I have heard a little bit that what happens in this thing is they actually make people on the same team compete against each other.
Yeah. Well,
So-
but you're not skipping over this. Who would your choice be?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I would probably say Sherry as well, just only because I know her better than her, and I don't really.
Podcast guest.
I mean, I don't know her very well, but I know her better. And she said she liked my jokes. So, whereas Richie said that I look like a barista or something like that, which, no, I've been called much worse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a funny little riz.
Yeah. I mean, if I can make a lot of money being a barista, I would do it. But obviously, I don't have the body for it, Nick.
Not yet. You're getting there. Keep working, buddy.
I'm already wearing the bikini.
Yep. Drink enough waters, you'll get there.
Yeah. So yeah, man, how long you been doing this?
About 3 years.
3 years.
3 years, fairly serious.
And
Yeah.
being sober and stuff like that, I mean, do you think it's kind of improved your comedy at all, or is it,
You know, it's
or is
not-
it just better for your life, in general?
You know, it's just the weirdest thing with being sober. Like, I did it on a whim.
Yeah.
I always take a month break in January and October, and then this next time around, I kind of just thought, okay, the longest I've ever gone is 3 months, so let me go 3 months. And then once I got past that, I was like, okay, well, I've never gone 4, so I went 4, and then from there, it's just kind of gradually come on to where I don't know what the right occasion to drink is now. That's really all it's come to.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm reaching a year, and you know, I like drinking. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have any bad times. Sure, I did Coke every once in a while, but, you know, otherwise it was...
Coca-Cola.
Yep, with the straw. Yeah, but... Yeah, I
From
mean,
Mexico.
but I guess as far as just answering that question, like, it wasn't anything that was hindering comedy, wasn't hurting my life in a way. So I can't think. I mean, it's given me more jokes talking about
Yeah.
being sober. There's some funny angles to it, but other than that, it hasn't like changed too much as far as like my ethic or my timing. I mean, yeah, sure, I've gone up drunk as fuck, and
Yeah.
that definitely was not ideal, but otherwise, I wouldn't say it's putting too much of a damper. I'm fortunate that it hasn't, you know, it never, you know, woke up and I had to drink a beer.
Yeah.
Anything to that extent. So,
Yeah, I
it's
had
been nice.
Jason McBride. He was talking about like waking up, you know, passed out in a car or
man.
behind the wheel, or waking up in somebody's house.
God, I would want to see him drunk so bad.
Yeah.
Like it's those types of people. Like I wasn't that type of drunk.
Yeah.
But you see someone like Jason, who's a cynical guy, and you're like, man, if you could just take one night off from sobriety, I would join you.
Yeah, well,
one of those.
if you have the right person,
That's
you
the
can probably
occasion.
persuade them. You know.
That's the occasion.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saving. It's like I regained my virginity, and I'm waiting. Like you know, someone like Shane Gillis. He's like, hey, you drinking me? I'm like, yep, tonight's the night.
Yeah.
Something like that. You know, and that's yeah.
How about Bert Kreischer?
Bert Kreischer.
I almost went on his cruise, dude. I think I told you that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
almost went on the first because I was going to go on the second Coheed and Cambria cruise, and I was on the first one, and I had that booked, and then that cruise was lined up directly after, and I was like, I'll just get a cheap cabin. I'll have a like extra half day while everybody's fucking around getting off the ship. I can do whatever. And then turns out it doesn't work that way. But I had the same cabin booked for both, and then ended up just dropping it because it just like wasn't worth the money. I'm glad too because it looked kind of awful. I mean,
Yeah.
not the Coheed cruise. I'm bummed I missed that. But yeah, the Kreischer cruise looked. I mean, I probably could have taken away a gold medal in the whatever they were trying to do, like man thong splashes into the pool, trying to see who could. I don't know what
Yeah.
the goal was. I believe it was to achieve the greatest splash possible. But
See,
I think I had a shot.
It just sounds corny.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
just
yeah.
sounds corny. And honestly, it's like stand up is best in a room with a low ceiling. And it's like when you get the further you get away from that, the more saturated it becomes. And you really look back on like whenever I've gone to like a theater or gone to like a big show for stand up,
Oh, yeah.
it's not as good as when you're just like
Oh,
at the
dude, I was
comedy
just talking
cellar
about that,
or
yeah.
something like that because it's just
Tacoma
it
Comedy
echoes.
Club. I mean, like when that place is full, it's awesome.
Yeah.
you know?
Oh yeah, it's a great place for that. Oh
Especially-
yeah, Six and Proctor.
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
murders. Just,
yeah.
yeah, man. When you have a good laugh, it just boom, it just echoes around.
You still never been down there, have you?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, Tacoma?
I've seen multiple shows down there.
No, the
I've
other
only
room,
performed-
the small
the
room.
new
Yeah,
Six
yeah.
and Proctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't been to that one.
Yeah, it's very. I find it very similar to club comedy as far as the layout of the room,
Yeah.
but it's like more echo. You know, like club
Gotcha.
comedy has more carpet or
Yeah,
sound
it does.
dampening or something.
It really
like that.
does. Yeah, it's like the curtain plus the
Building
carpet.
around it.
It's
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah, there's like some insulation where it's like hi ho.
Yeah.
A lot of laughs go hey you.
I've had some good sets there. I've had some other people have some good sets there. I've seen somebody throw water on a patron there. That was pretty fun.
That's awesome.
So
Those are great stories. Yeah. Yeah. What was it? Warren Robertson at Tacoma Comedy Club. Some chick was heckling, and he's. I don't know.
I wasn't gonna say his name.
I don't know if you know who he is. I mean,
I was there. That's what we
were
were
you?
talking about. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about club comedy. Oh,
no,
okay.
no,
Oh,
no.
okay. Yeah.
Tacoma. So Yeah, I mean, the cat's out of the
Hey,
well,
you know
we
what? I
could-
mean, it's
we could
a
blur it out.
heckler who's being bad. He did his time. He got banned, and now he's back. He's
Yeah.
a loyal patron of that place, and he's funny. So
Yeah.
yeah, he did his time.
Everybody was just very upset at this person who was heckling, and
I left. I was there, but I left.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's like the drive home, and you hear that, you're like, good. You know what? Good. Like that's just terrible. Like she's trying to be a part of every joke.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I would never do that. Like I swear I didn't ask you. I don't remember asking you. Why?
and
That's
then
every comic.
Mason went on and just destroyed her.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he just.
Oh yeah, Mason A. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he just destroyed
Just
her.
break down her life. Be like, why are you like this? Is it because your pussy smells? What's going on?
Yeah.
What are you doing here? You don't have a boyfriend. I'm not surprised, but like,
This
he'll
is
just
a
do
whole
that.
episode of Black Impressions today, bro.
But are they good?
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
We're just white people be like, hey, what do you think of this?
Let me call my sister. She dates black men exclusively. So. Oh, that would be
take
a
it.
fun thing to do. Is to call my sister. No, she would know the number. We'd have to. We'd have
use
to
my phone.
We have to use a different phone, or we could just do a black accent
I
on
would,
the phone.
I would be more
And
than
be like-
happy to have
I'd
your
be like,
sister's contact details
Yo,
on my
Sarah,
phone.
Sarah,
Oh,
what
if-
up? And she'd be like, "Who is this?" Like, no, who? Like, because my
Who
sister.
do you think it is?
My sister does not. She would not hang up on. She would like talk shit back. You know, like
There you
she's
go.
the kind of woman who, if a guy hit her, she would hit him back. Like she's been arrested for hitting back, basically. You know, like.
Yeah,
du-
you already
double
said
do-
she's interested in black
do-
men.
domestic, double domestic violence. You know, so. But that would be a fun exercise. She also likes Latinos, though. I can't.
Oh.
She can't single out. But
It's like, let's branch off a bit, guys.
she doesn't
And
date
also-
white men at all. Just for sure. Sarah, this is this is true life. Like this is.
Yeah.
She could be on that show, Love After Lockup.
I think you say Maury.
No, because she was engaged to this guy who was behind bars, like
Yeah.
for real. And I honestly don't know what happened. Like I feel like it was one of those situations where he got out, and then like soon as he got out, he's like, "All right, cool, see you later. Like thanks for entertaining me for
Yeah.
those few years that I was in there." But
Damn.
then again, this could be. She
got prison played.
Well, I was gonna say this could be. She could be with him now, and he's a wonderful guy, and I don't want to be shot. So, whatever your name is, buddy.
Don't want to be shot.
Cool. But yeah, no. She's my sister's always been into the. She likes like gangster lifestyle. She's always been that way.
Good for her.
When
dude.
she was like 14 or 15, her favorite movie was The Players Club with Ice Cube. You know, so
Never saw that.
yeah, she went from Britney Spears to gangster rap real fast. You know,
No Vaseline the whole way.
no, none.
Just
Not
down
at
the
all.
loop slide right
Yeah.
quick. No Diddy.
no Diddy. Oh, Diddy.
How did rap go from no
Oh.
Vaseline to baby oil?
Has anybody ever liked Diddy's music ever? Because I don't.
It was just his record. You're like, well, this person's with
Like
Bad
he
Boy Records,
produced,
so you
he
go,
produced
okay.
B.I.G. So I guess like there's that, but like I can't think of one like P Diddy's song.
I know
no.
at least in terms of people that don't have musical talent that are on a lot of songs, DJ Khaled is taking a huge sigh of relief right now.
Yeah, he's like, I am not the butt of a joke for a little while.
Like I remember he did the song with Mace. It's like bad boy. Like I remember that one.
Yeah.
But what else did he have?
But even then, like, you know, with like even the Biggie songs, he
Yeah.
would contribute some little like, uh-huh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, and you're like, what? How? It's like kind of Flavor Flav in a way. where,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He's like the best hype man ever.
Yeah.
His only verse I respect is the "I'll be missing you," and that's
Oh
only,
yeah, there you go. I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Somebody's got to bring some rap credibility to this
Yes.
podcast
Oh.
over here. Hip hop, whatever.
Yeah.
But,
But
yeah.
I don't.
And that's not even fair. That song just strikes a chord because of what happened. And then you think about this motherfucker's basically responsible.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Wow. So I really hope that something comes out. You know, I hope it's not another Epstein situation where everybody's thinking something's going to come out and then nothing ever happens. But what do you guys
Yeah.
think? You think we're going to find some stuff?
We
out?
already have. They just said there's like what 25 kids that want to be artists that he's like being accused of by now? Like,
Yeah, man.
shit's
Bad,
happening,
bad,
dude.
Yeah.
Bad stuff.
Bad,
He's
bad,
a bad, boy.
bad
I was
stuff.
I was like, God damn it. I was like, there's a bad boy setup going on right there.
Did you guys watch the vice presidential debates?
Clips. I saw little clips.
Yeah.
I can't really stand it, honestly. It's
Yeah.
just I hate the whole charade that it's like every 4 years this person's going to change it all. Okay,
Yeah.
no, they didn't do it right. No, but this year it's like being a Mariners fan. You're like, hey guys, this year it's going to change, and it doesn't.
Well, the only thing that I heard.
That's true.
This is the big takeaway from the whole thing is Tim Walz said that he was friends with school shooters, and
heard
the
that.
other guy Vance said that when he was like, "Hey, did Donald Trump lose the election?" He's like,
The fact
"Let's
check,
move on
yeah.
to something else."
Yeah. No,
he
he's
didn't
like,
even say like,
yeah. He was like, is it true that you guys tried to censor in 2020? And Tim Walz goes, that was a damning non-answer. Which, I mean, respect
Yeah.
to him for that, but it's all just an annoying charade.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because it's like no matter what happens, they're bought. BP's still going to do their oil spill, or they're going to clean it up and go, we're sorry, we're back to what we're doing. It's annoying when you realize how much people get into it and then how little they get out of it. That's what I find.
Well, I was thinking on the way here, I was like, maybe it's just too much weed, but like, it's almost more important to be like, it's almost like social media is more important than the government at this point, because people just, if it's on social media, that people believe it. So, you know.
I was going to say, I thought that watching the WWE NXT premiere on CW is more important than the vice presidential and less rigged.
Yeah.
And that's where
Not
they
as
steal
fake.
it. yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bar, actually. Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's where they get their promo
missiles. Did you guys see that? A bunch of missiles from Iran shot over to Israel. 120 missiles or something like that.
Sad.
Things are not good over there, guys.
No.
I don't know what they're going to do.
No.
Those knuckleheads, man, they just can't seem to get it together. You
You
know?
should be on the news. Back those knuckleheads,
those
those sound effects. We'll be right back. Like,
And so I
That's
work
silly.
for a defense company, and for the first time in my life, I was like, what kind of missiles were those?
what kind of defense?
Yeah. I cannot say anything else because I don't want to get in trouble.
But that's interesting. Like, I work for a defense company, and I
Yeah.
mean, this guy's a defensive line, and you're like, what
Yeah.
defense are we talking about?
a place that does military contracts.
I just know if he's
Is it-
handling military equipment as well as he's handled this soundboard,
Yeah.
I feel very
Yeah,
fucking
I know.
unsafe.
Dude,
White Rock.
I
Opposite of
literally
White
ship.
Rock?
I ship explosives. Like that's like part of my job. Is I
Is that where you got the suitcase from?
Yeah.
Were some C4 still remnants?
Do
in
you
there?
hear the ticking
What
right now?
wire
Like-
do I cut? Is it the red one or the blue one?
oh, you know what? Speaking of bombs,
Oh, jeez.
I was trying to think of a joke like, oh, that bomb's worse than Iran, but
oh yeah.
I just started watching this show on Netflix. It's this Japanese show. It's been out for like 2 seasons. I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's called Alice in Borderland. You ever heard of this show?
No.
So it's pretty wild. I don't know. I was a big fan of like sci-fi growing up, like this movie Cube. You ever heard of the movie Cube?
Yeah.
It's like these people are trapped in a box. Jordan.
Hi, Steven.
And they have to solve puzzles to get out. People are dying. And there was another movie growing up I used to watch called Battle Royale, and it was about all these kids,
Oh, yeah.
and they would
Yeah.
have to kill each other.
Pre-Hunger,
and they're like,
basically
before the
pre-Hunger Games ripoff.
So
Yeah.
this show, Alice in Borderland, it's based on a manga, Japanese manga. So you have to get past the bad voice acting. Like it's literally, like if you look at the shots of the show, it reminds you of like what you would see on a comic book page, and like the way that the words are written out, it's almost as if like you would, not exactly the way people talk in real life, but how it would be written on a page.
Yeah.
And so I don't watch a lot of anime, but a lot of the voices, they sound like really bad American accents like in an anime. So if you can get past that, literally, so here's the story. These 3 guys, they're hanging out, they do some sort of a prank, and the cops are after them. They're in Tokyo. They run into a bathroom to hide. They come out of the bathroom. Everybody's gone. It's like 28 days later. The entire Tokyo is empty, and they're walking around trying to figure out what's going on. And it turns out, and it's slowly unfolding. I'm only on like episode 5. There are these games that they have to do, and there's they're deadly games, and it's the only way they can survive. Otherwise, if the time runs out, they have like these fucking drones flying around everywhere that just shoot them in the head. So if they don't compete in one of these games, and so I don't know, like I was kind of thinking it was like the Running Man or Hunger Games, like maybe it was televised. They haven't really introduced that yet, but the first episode is like Cube. They go into a room, they have to pick one of two doors, and they go through. They pick the wrong door, they get killed, and if they pick the right door, they go into another room with 2 doors, and they have to just keep making their way through it. The second episode, they go to this apartment building, and they're like, you have to play tag, the game of tag, where you have to hide from the person who's trying to tag you, and you have to find this random symbol and press the button on the symbol, or else the apartment building's going to blow up. The person who's tagging them is running around with a fucking submachine gun. So they're hiding around this apartment building. Every door on the outside of the apartment building is locked, so they can't get into any of these rooms, and there's this person running around with a mask on, just shooting people. So they're climbing up and down the building, trying to figure out where the symbol is, trying to figure out what's going on, and then somehow they make it through, right? They just in time, they stop the bomb from going off, and when they get the person with the submachine gun, they find out that person was playing a different game. So they were trapped in a game. Yeah.
That's pretty deep.
And so
I like that plot.
So far throughout these episodes, it's like these people, it's kind of like The Walking Dead. Like main characters die off really fast, new characters come in, and they keep getting put in these weird situations. But
Feeling like a Squid Games-esque.
yeah, and I haven't seen Squid Game. I was about to watch it.
That one's good.
And then this one was recommended. So I was like, I'm going to watch this one first because it has more.
Inspire him. We're just going to get more of the same like
Yeah.
he does with this
you
purge
know what?
material. We're
You're
going to
right.
be hearing
Oh,
this
dude.
on
Not
stage
worth
in like
it.
another
Nick's
another
right.
couple weeks.
Believe me, I spent so much time at Spirit Halloween. I have some new jokes, Halloween jokes tonight I've been working on. I don't even know why, but
I get worried about you during spooky season. I'm like, oh
dude.
shit, this guy's going to start writing even more.
I know.
But I like your purge stuff, but immediately as soon as you're telling us that, I'm like, oh shit, this is going to be a bit here in about 4 weeks.
Yeah. Who knows? I don't know. You got any new bits you're working on that you're really excited about?
I'm a little high. I'm gonna mess around, and
Like you don't have to tell them, but I mean, like, do you have
yeah.
some stuff that came up recently that's been working really well for you?
I'm drawing a blank, but yes, I'm just not remembering it.
Well, let me ask you this then.
Yeah.
What's the difference between writing now versus like maybe the first year you're doing comedy? Is it easier for you? Do you do it a different way?
Man, I'm still kind of discovering what my best way is, because there's times where I swear like a joke just comes. Like, I mean, I can think of, oh my God, that concept's funny. Like, oh my God, that's a tag. Wow. Let me just write it down to make sure I don't forget it, but
Yeah.
it's all good there. And then there's some that I really have to, like my closer joke about sex ed in school. That one's like, that one took a long time to make until it just like was like this piece and like these were 2 separate jokes, and they finally came together, and now it's just like just kills every time. It's just like a go-to whenever I feel like I need to close and have 2 minutes left. But yeah, just kind of I guess learning of still learning the process, in the process on how I can do it, because I can't really write on stage. I can listen to it and go, okay, that sucks. Take that part out, but yeah, otherwise just learning how to do it, learn how to do it like the pros.
Oh, you can write on stage. You just have to waste everybody's time and bring a pen and pad with you.
Yeah, no, there's some good rooms for that. This is this is a low stakes room. I mean, this is something where like this is a good place.
That's
to
a
just,
Zach
like,
Fisher term right there.
just to
Low
try.
stakes.
Yeah.
Were you there that night I drank an entire cup of water on stage?
No.
Yeah, it was at 4B's back when that was
Oh
still
my
a
God.
thing.
Oh man.
That place.
And you know they had the little water right there next to
the
the
bomb
stage.
shelter.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, to shelter myself from a bomb.
We all bombed there.
The most laughs I got from the entire room were just taking a moment to like pour myself a cup of water and drink it on stage during my 5 minutes, and people loved it.
Dude, the only person I ever saw at a great set there was Ryle Smith. And he's like, how about these portion sizes? Like, he just screamed his whole set, and people loved it. And afterwards, he kind of smiled like, wow, that's pretty good.
See, that's the thing. The water moment. The
Yeah.
water moment just got everybody to shut the hell up.
Yeah.
And it was just like, what's he doing? Oh, he's just fucking drinking a cup of water. Like, there's no gag to it at all. No punchline. But hey, you're fucking listening now. I'll try and do my set.
Yeah. Shit, what time is it, man? It's like
Probably
almost
like
been an hour.
9:30.
9 something.
It's not like there's a lot of people.
Yeah, 9:08.
9:08. Shit. Oh, well, I know we've been about an hour so far. We haven't
And
really,
like 50 minutes officially.
we haven't really talked that much. You guys got anything coming up you want to promote?
October 19th is the next Tapped Out show, and I will be hosting a show for Ying Vigilant on October 30th. Date yet to come, but you can always follow me at Nick R. Cody.
You mean location, because the date is October 30th.
The date. Well, yeah. Well, it actually was multiple dates. That's why I'm still confused. But I am busy Halloween, so it can't be that night. So 10:30, and then follow me on all the socials at Nick R. Cody when that is available. But until then, Tapped Out October 19th in Linwood at Peace of Mind Brewing.
And the Once a Duck podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect comedy fans that lasted this long to your podcast to give a shit about the Oregon Ducks.
I know, right?
If so.
Hey, how are the Ducks doing this year?
I mean, they're all right. They're playing tomorrow night. When this podcast comes out,
Yeah.
they've already played Michigan State. And, hoping to get down there the 26th for the Illinois game. But, they're undefeated right now. Hoping to keep it going.
Go Ducks. Quack, quack. Peter, what do you got, man? Shows. You got some shows coming up?
Yeah,
You
we'll
do,
see
have
the-
you do,
the voice.
do you do the cozy comedy shows?
I have not.
Oh, okay.
There was a while ago
Yeah.
where I was like, I talked to somebody about it, and I kind of just blanked out on it. But, no, none of those. Not that cool. No, I'm just lazy. But
Dude, you're hosting at Comedy Bar. I mean, that's
I
pretty
made
cool.
it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a real comedy. It's a legitimate
Yeah.
comedy club. You're,
No, for sure.
You're on. That's a step to. That's
Yeah.
the next step. So.
No, it's doing good. It's been going good.
So, but no other shows yet.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, I was gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us.
So yeah, The Voice on the 8th. I am doing Laughs Comedy Club on the 23rd, 24th. And then I'm hosting Flight Path. I host that with my boy Brandon White.
Yes,
that'll
Brandon.
be on the 30th.
Friend of the show.
Yep, October 30th. And
Wow, competing
Yeah,
events, guys. You got
last minute.
two options to do.
I'm
October.
back on Instagram too, at Petorius. I'm feel motivated to actually try to make you fuckers laugh.
What
so.
is the meaning behind your screen name?
Petorius? My friends, when I was really high one time, like I was basically like kind of like whatever, the guy who cracked jokes from my friends. And just one day, somebody went Petorius, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, Petorius. I'm like, that's it. Like it was one of those things of being like that was my gamer tag. It's like one of those things you see like, what's my gamer tag gonna be? Well, this for sure. And then as Instagram, all that stuff came along, I was like, Petorius, let's get it, you know.
And
So,
guys, that
nothing
friend,
crazy.
P Diddy, Petorius.
Oh my god.
Full circle.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
spin back.
Well, shit. Well, this episode was it's very enlightening. I think I mostly talked and you guys listened, but I hope the people learned a little bit. They get to go to your shows.
I hope you learn for future episodes how to turn your soundboard and microphones
look,
on
we're
for
good.
everybody.
We're good, man. Like I've had worse experiences with this podcast. So
I know. I've watched them.
yeah. Hey, as long as
Hey,
somebody's
that's a fan.
watching, right?
And
That's
what?
a
This
fan
is
right
my
there.
4th appearance. New record.
Yeah. Maybe.
3rd or 4th.
Until Rob comes back, we'll see.
I'm just gonna start sneaking in here for cameos.
Well, and let's see. We got some people. We got Casey here. We got Jordan here. We got
Yep,
Daryl.
yep. I'm gonna
So
go
we got
vape.
some people. We got
But you
Brian
gotta stay sexy.
Facundo. We got Jason McBride. All right.
All
All right,
right.
guys. Thanks for tuning in. And
Simping out.
I got nothing coming up. I mean, comedy voice, but I'm not really. Who cares?
He'll get the producing, the craving to produce again here in another 2 months. I guarantee it.
Featuring at Tony V's at the end of October, and we got to do a Gory Giggles show in December.
Hey,
all right.
you're promoting your gigs.
Hey.
Nice. And he was not going directly to the people like Quinn to get that Tony V's gig. They asked him. They asked him.
Adam was like, this guy is the most energetic comedian, and he needs to feature at Tony V's right now because he certainly is not good at playing pool. Right-ish?
Oh, man.
You dumb. Okay, thank you, everybody. Good night. Right now, because
Comedy Simp, the podcast you can't resist. Stephen Michael James, the host you won't wanna miss. From Seattle to the world, his humor will persist. Join the fun, get ready to enlist. Spitting fire.